is the second video I promised. As you saw if you watched the previous video, the Death I got a Merciless and a Radiant Flux. And now I'm up to 300 on most of my gears, but I'm up to 297 overall. Hang on, I gotta change some things. There we go. Gotta make sure I have what I want on these characters. These are the cartoon characters. My bad. Thought that was down. Yeah, second guys. Okay, my bad guys, I'm not paying full attention. Come on, Asuna. You got this. You up? And that's why I don't have Samadagi on my team most of the time.
ったらご覧になってみませんか？またいつでも来てくださいね。始まるね。始まったよ。
さて、行こう。
このぐらいなら大丈夫だよ。頑張って。手加減はしないよ。なかなかやるな。
リーファー。
無理しちゃダメだよ。手加減、力が戻ってきたよ。
聞いてないぞ。
力が戻ってきたよ。これで決める。手加減はし
聞いてないぞ。
マナが切れちゃってる。マナが切れちゃってる。このぐらいなら大丈夫だよ。頑張って。手加減。
Oh crap.
あとは任せるね。しまった。大丈夫か。
やられただと。貴様の実力を認めている。
無理しちゃダメだよ。
That's the one thing I hate about this game, is if you don't have somebody near you, they won't res you, unless you're online. Because the NCPs don't realize that you can be revived at a distance with the do yggdrisil if they have it. Hang on a second, guys.
なかなかやるわね。少し油断したかな。
And that is why I don't play with sand.if. Like I said, most of the time, the second player goes after the other NCP, and then it'll kill you if that one dies a lot and you aren't very good at the character like that.
もっと強くなってリベンジです。
I normally have to play as Samadagi because of that same incident, so I'm gonna go actually change. The good thing is my Samadagi's almost level 1000. Let's watch. What is he? He is 941. I just need like 59 more levels, I think, to level him up max. And then I'll go back and do the other parts and like dungeons and stuff, not the main things, because they don't level up. They level up fast, but it'll be easier to do them in like the dungeons because you've got more bosses and stuff. But like my Black Lotus is level 1000, most of her moves are level 1000. And my Lux is level 1000 with a few of her moves. And my Xenon is level 1000 with almost half of her moves, I believe. That's not including her spells. I think I've got like 3 or 4 spells of hers level 1000 as well. Watch, I'll show you. Oops, wrong button. My bad, guys. Oh, Lisa back there. Samaragi. I don't know, I want to view her. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it up here. My bad, guys. I keep forgetting. I haven't played this in a little while. First time I played it was yesterday, actually, in over a month. 'Cause I think the last time I played it, I was streaming. I think it was through my brother's account, though. Oh yeah, it's equipment. No, it's skills, my bad. See, like, I've got her... I think that says 513, I can't see from where I am. Her white shot's 513. Her halos are 856, I believe. Stardust, level 1000. Sparkle shot, level 1000. Strike Nova is level 952. And multiple chase 449. I use these two, the Sparkle Shot and Stardust, the most, unless I've taken them off to level up this and this. I've been working on this one because I like this one as well. But this one, and this one are the ones I use the most. I use this one, and this one if I'm not 1v1ing. And then I don't have any of her other skills over here to level 1000 or anything. Because I don't really use those. I use my bow. Because like most of these are below 200. Even on the spear. But I have them all unlocked because I went over there and did all that. And then I have a level 1000 quick spell. And if I go back in here towards exhaust, you can see my fireball is 790. I didn't use ice bullet that much, so it's only like 73. 399 for my wind cutter. Stone slings 5. I don't really use the stone. Lightning arrows level 1000. That's my favorite one for this character at least. Dark sphere level 1. I don't really use dark spells that much. Fire breath, ice breath, wind breath, sand breath are all level 1. Shadow breath I used 1 or 2 times because I was fighting and I wanted to get the boss done, so I used, and it was a dark weakness boss, so I used that. Same thing with the lightning breath, because the lightning breath just is a light thing. My healing breath I use all the time, so it's really high. The cure breath, same thing. Fire breath, I started off with that. Exhaust is pretty high because I've been using that lately. Hiding, I stayed up one night and just spammed the crap out of that when I was in a single player quest. Battle Shout, it's hard to use to get up to level 1000 because what you have to do is you have to be near enemies and then you have it's just irritating because it's still based on the mana even though it really is just you shouting. It's weird but it's cool. I like it. It sometimes can get enemies off of your teammates. My first aid's level 1000. I mean not 1100. I'm tired. My bad. My resurrection's 131. My revive's 316. I use that a lot. My stamina save boost, I've never used that even once. I don't really realize that when I'm out of stamina, because I like to stop and start over, stop running and gain a little bit of stamina and go. My battle, as you can see, I've got mine, so it's versus, it's holy type. I've got an HP, increase HP, increase attack, increase magic, attack, increase holy damage, boss killer, and critical. I do this because I face a lot of bosses most of the time. And it also helps you when you're attacking in PvP because these two and these two give you that part, and then the critical does too. This is for when I'm boss fighting. This is just an added thing. It also gives you a little bit of boost towards the PvP, but it puts it into the critical, I believe. For my passive, I've got all of them, but for the spear and the dagger, I believe. Because those are the only other two things I haven't ranked at least one skill to level 1000. And if I go in here, I'll just go to critical. I've unlocked all of them on here. And then if I went to my trophies, which I can't do because it won't let me show you, I've gotten all the trophies also. So if you ever need help getting the trophies, I can help you with that too. And then, like my Black Lotus, this is my favorite character out of the whole game, other than Xenon and Lux. I have most of her weapons to 10, and I've got her on attack status. Because the aggressor and the berserker do the attack. This I just have for like, if I'm, since it's there to level you up, it also levels up your attacks and magic, so I've kept it on there for her attacks, because that's all she has. Which is cool, but it's annoying. I guess her attacks are overpowered enough that it fits. But for her attacks and skills, I don't think I have many to level 1000, but I keep her on high, her having a lot of it in HP increase, a lot of MP increase, and a lot of critical increase. I don't usually put boss killer on her. I don't think she has it. Yeah, she has it, but I don't usually put it on there. Because this is my main PvP player. I'm pretty decent with her. I've faced a couple people. And then like her, I don't have all this done because I haven't leveled that far up on her. I've done her dual blades quite a good amount, but they aren't level 1000 yet. Cause like, see, I don't have a single level 1000 thing. Closest I have is her. What is it? Cause these don't count as dual blades, I don't believe. So the closest one I have is Sickness Onslaught. That one's, I like that one, it's easy to use. I haven't done anything to her one-handed sword really. When I'm using one-handed swords on her, I just use these two. Cause these two don't do much for me. I've used this one time, but I've never used these moves. I've used these two because I took the other ones off. Like I said, she has no magic and spells, so this is all I have here, and this. Her attack gets increased a lot. Sorry if I went off onto a different area than I intended, but I'm just going to show you around a little bit on how I play. And then if I go to my Lux, she's fairly balanced. I've seen some people really destroy me with her. When I was playing on my Sinan, because that's when I first started off. That's my first character I got to level 1000 was my Sinan. Then it was, I believe, Black Lotus, then Lux. I can't remember which two I did next. I know they leveled up both around the same time. I think they leveled up the same match. Not sure though. But hers is, I put her as, I think, part attack and part defense. Because her defense is really low, so her health I haven't quite figured out yet. I don't have any of her dagger or mace skills. I normally go one-handed sword on her. She has her sharp nail at 654, her rage spike at 264, her horizontal square at 431, radiant arc at 630, her vorpal strike at 455, and her nova ascension at 157. This one I use when I really want to make somebody mad and I'm in a PvE, not PvP, so more like player versus environment. But I don't, if I'm only wanting to get some good damage, that's the only time I'd use that. I normally would use Radiant Arc or the horizontal square on PvP. I don't really normally take this one out for PvP unless I'm facing my brother and I know I'm gonna win. I messed up today and got destroyed. But hers, I have almost all of them, but I don't have these 4 or 5. I haven't really done those. I think that one's, yeah, that one's dagger, that one's mace, and that one's one-handed. And then that one's also dagger and mace. Because these ones you have to get at least till 150, and I haven't done that with this character. But I use this one on mostly magic side, because the magic side, and I, it's, since it's a holy damage character, I use this one for mostly if I'm gonna have a boss, like, you know, the boss before you go to the last dungeon where you, before you beat Lost Song and stuff at the end, so where you would fight 7, that's what I'd use this character for, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll even use her for the forearm sword guy. I can't remember what his name is right this second. I just call him Grievous. The one I was just doing earlier. But I have boss killer, holy damage, increased attack, increased critical, fast cast, and increased HP. The HP doesn't really do much, like I said. I've got to fix her up some more so I can figure out how I'm going to use this character better. I use her, like I said, mainly in PvE, because that's where I'm best with her. Although there are some people that I've faced, like this one that I was facing when I was on my Xenon. I was using I think, mace or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. It might have been a dagger. But I had barely leveled up, and I didn't know how good the player was, and it didn't seem like they were gonna be that good because of what they had on, but they destroyed me. They were extremely good at it. So I changed to my bow, and I did better, but they still were able to get really close to me because they had a spell or something that was on their sword, I believe. So every time they got really close, they were able to bind me so I couldn't move, and I died. So I've been trying to set up mine sort of like that, so if somebody gets really close to me, I'm trying to get a sword that'll do poison and binding. I know there's even one sword that'll do poison, binding, and sleep, but I have not yet to acquire that sword. I've acquired a bow like that, just not a sword. As I'm mostly long range if I'm using a character that can use a bow, and I like those ones. The only two I've ever really used are Lux and Black Lotus that are non-bow users. I've used Lifa and Samaragi, but I'm just going in order of my favorite characters at this rate. Because even my Asuna, I don't really like the Asuna that much. Because uh, uh, she's got good attacks and stuff, but I don't like it. I my next choice was gonna be Rain, but wasn't thinking, and I was kind of tired when I started because I had stayed up for like 3 days in a row. And then like my Lux, that's a blazing sword at level 3. And she has a Hephaestus shield. My Black Lotus has two of uh, the hard to say named swords, like the ones that require the something circuit from the Black Lotus quest. You also get the swords from that quest. I've got a bunch of those on different characters, and I've kept so many swords I've started to have to delete them. Because I like the shiny swords and stuff, even though some of them aren't that great. That's what I have on my Xenon, I believe that one was originally level 10, but I swapped it out for another one, and I can't find my other bow now, and it's making me mad because it was level 10 and it had better stats on it. But these ones are level 6 and 10. And then the other gear that I have for attacking. My Xenon has a level 8 Sylvan bow. And then she has the Predator ring, the Predator necklace, and then the glittering ring. I cannot honestly tell you what the glittering ring does. Let me look though. The glittering ring, where is it? The glittering ring. Oh yeah, that's why I'm always doing so well in PvE, because I guess this one does increase HP. I've got to get one that does better on HP though. Like this. It's the best attack necklace I think you can get. And then I did the same thing for this one. This one is that easy one to get if you go through the story and do the quest. Oh, but not the quest, the side quest. There's one that you have to go talk to Rain after you've beaten the game, I believe. And then it'll have like a 3-part quest, and then you'll have to go chase down this god slash thing, and I think it was Loki or something, but it wasn't him. It wasn't in his form or his original form. If it's the quest I'm thinking of, but I know the quest. But I know you have to chase down a god, and then you have to fight like one rock golem, and then you'll go into a thing and you'll fight 3 rock golems, and then once that's done on that second part of the quest there, you'll go and fight that boss, and it'll be the actually no, it wasn't Loki, it was the chick. It was you that turns into that rock golem guy, that giant one that has the 2 fists and floats in the air. And then you get the crest of yggdrisil, and you can also get it, I found, from the I want to say, let me go check which quest this is before I tell you wrong. I don't want to give the wrong info that I've gotten from where I've gotten it. But I've gotten it from quest at the quest counter, and you can do it in multiplayer or in single player. It's a dungeon quest, so if you go in here and accept it, it's called the Defiled Shrine, I believe. It's Defiled Shrine, because that's the one where you go in there, and I think it's in the same place as this one, but it's a different area or something. But I know this is the one you would get it from. And I'll show you what it looks like real quick too. I mean, I might as well go in there and see if I can get another one. I've got a bunch of characters I need to put it on. It's this one. This is how the thing would start. It'll have some slimes here. And I'm obviously sucking badly right now. That would have hit every single one of those when I was aiming for them. Oh jeez, I was not ready for that. and it'll say you got like an amulet or something. I haven't quite figured out what it says when it drops, but I know it'll have that, have the something for like amulet, whatever the amulet thing says, and I'm not sure what type, but it'll be like amulet or something, and then you'll go over to talk to the smithy, whether you be in multiplayer and or single player. When you're in single player, it'll be Elizabeth. When you're not, it'll be somebody that's like one of the 7 fan guys that just roam around in single player. It'll be one of them in multiplayer, at least. Also, sorry if my voice is kind of raspy. I've been sick for a couple days. Crap, I missed. Also, like, I don't know which enemy will drop it either, but like, see how it says on the side, where it says ring, can't hold any more ring, and can't hold any more guardian charm. It'll say something like, I wanna say, if you're full on it, it should say something like, you cannot hold any more amulets. So what you want to do if that happens, you should just go either delete it if you have what you want from wherever you got the things, or you can go decode them and then sell them if you don't have a lot of money. A good quest to get money though is deceit. Deceit, because that's the chest quest. It's a single and multiplayer quest. And it's really easy if you have 7 and her, I want to say, like her highest, dark spell will work, and then so will the wind, the highest wind spell, because they both have a really large radius. The wind spell circulates, and the dark spell will use a big ball of purple just to come down and attack. If you'll know what I'm talking about if you played, or if you've seen videos. I am going the wrong way again, I think. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Also, do you mind if I'm doing bad on the day you ask? Because I might have some help with a couple friends or my brothers, and my brother's good at the game, but he's normally good at it when he's not cranky. and he's actually focused and wanting to play. Most of my other friends that I play with, they've barely got the game, or they're always messing around because they beat the game so many times, just like I have. But I like to focus on games normally. I swear I just saw a yellow slime. I must have imagined anything. Oh, I'm in the boss room. I'm gonna die if I keep doing that. A good quest for the bone spike also is the quest that I was doing before this, the forearm sword guy. I've seemed to have gotten that in multiplayer and in single player quite a bit, but it'll only drop one at a time, and so you've gotta grind it a lot, but you'll get a lot. It just depends on your luck and how quick you beat the boss and where the weak spot you hit is. I don't know its weak spot, but I do know it'll drop it. And so will some of the enemies around, so... And if you don't want to wait there and grab a lot at the same time, there's also a single player, like, quick quest where you just give them, I want to say, like, some item and it'll drop you one. So if you, like, want to get just one and you aren't sure if you'll get it from the quest, just go to your, single player thing, and then you'll go to the quest called, more claws or something, vicious claws or something like that. And then it'll give you a bone spike, and so if you just needed one and you don't want to go grab anything and you have those materials, that's all you would do. You could also do that if you have like 999 in your stash, and then you have like 999 on you. It says like some items, I'll show you when I get done, that I've gotten like way too much because I fell asleep with the controller on and I was in one area and I'm just like, I don't want to really do anything. So I just sat there. It's technically not cheating, but it's like, it's not really supposed to happen. But it wasn't online, so it really didn't matter. It was on my own time, and I wasn't doing anything. And I wasn't feeling good night, so I fell asleep. So I had like 999 twice because I had fallen asleep like 3 times during the day, and I'd left it on that night. Like, if you want a shiny sword, I know you can get the gram from doing, I wanna say, the one quest I was doing earlier. If you want to get any of the other shiny swords and daggers, that would be from the quest, called the Song of Will and Ways, I believe, aka Lost Song. Sorry, I stopped moving. I was plugging my phone in. It was about to die, and I kind of need it for class tomorrow. So I'm gonna show somebody something. And my other phone doesn't like to connect to the internet at school. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And last week it was no one to connect at all. I've actually got to do something tomorrow too. I'll do it in between class or before class, I don't know. I don't want to do it right now because I'm tired and I've been hurting since, I want to say this morning. I've had like everything that could possibly go wrong. Anyways, yeah, like, also, if you don't really want to do this dungeon all the way, this dungeon should drop that item from the beginning. I don't know exactly quite when in the beginning, but it's closer to the beginning to the than the end, because if you do this quest, it'll normally drop lots of items and you might not have room for all of them. So it's good to do it on multiplayer because it has a higher rate, I believe. But also you could do it on single player, and then you could back out of the mission and then go check every once in a while, every couple things. And if you ever find it out, just message me. I actually want to know some of these things, because I need I like help my brother and my friends and stuff on stuff like that, because I know my friend, he was looking on how to get certain things, and a lot of the videos he was looking at, I don't know what they were, but they weren't helping him at all. I think he had just looked up the wrong type of video or something. It happens. But they've also changed some of this stuff from when they first came out the game. I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. So the game is fairly old, and yeah, yes, for the question, for your answer, yes, a lot of people still play it. I've got like people who own the newest game and still come and play this game on my friends list. And I'm still quite salty that they have the newest game, because I don't have it yet. And I'm lost. Oh, where did I go? Okay, I gotta go this way. I will eventually get that game though. And then they're coming out with another one, from what I've heard from my brother and a couple of his friends. There we go. And then on top of that, they're coming out with a GGO one, I hope, because that's my favorite part of the series. I absolutely love GGO. That's why I'm not in this swimsuit. For Sinon, I'm in the GGO one. The same thing goes for Kirito. If I'm not in the GGO outfit, I'm in his green one. I think that's if it's not the GGO. I don't know if the green one is his GGO outfit, but I'll show you that one too when we get done with here. I gotta go over there to show you my my chest full of stuff. Yeah, like that was random. I don't know how I got a ring. I didn't kill anything for the last couple minutes. Hang on, I gotta change chargers for this phone. Is this charging? Yes, it is. Okay. I'll put this on this charger. This charger on this phone. My bad. I set that backwards. There we go. I've pressed that button. I've got to go to the middle of the room, I believe. Hang on. I was doing walkthroughs a while ago for a single player, and then I stopped doing the walkthroughs because the videos started cutting out, and then I figured out what was going on, so I gotta start them back up. Yeah, I'll probably start them back up. I don't know when, but I'll do it in like big sections, and then I'll go back and see what I missed. And then if I miss something, I'll have a backup save, and then I'll go back and do it again. And I am completely lost. I might have to reset this dungeon. Sorry, guys. I know I have a map, I just never use it. I'm bad at reading this map. I'm assuming that's where I gotta go, because there's a lever thingy over there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yep. Jesus, that was me. Okay, I don't have to go that way, I guess. Oh yeah, there's the rest of them. Yeah, it's also good if you want to level 1 skill up. The skill I'd recommend leveling up to level 1000 if you want to get that trophy. Would either be the quick spell or the I don't even think you have to level up to 1000 actually. The quick spell or the slowness spell. Those both level up fairly fast. And you could spam those anywhere and they'll still level up. You don't even have to like hit anything except for the slowness spell. You do have to hit an enemy, but you could like have your friends if you're on a multiplayer quest lobby. I'll even do it with you if you want. I'll go into the room and I'll do a boss and or a dungeon, and I'll just let you use your spell the whole time while I'm taking out enemies. And you can level up your spell that way, and you could stay outside the room. Me and some friends found out that you could stay outside the room while you have like 3 people in the area, or you can have 2 people outside, 2 people inside, and you can have spells going on the outside and inside, as well as attacks mainly on the inside, because it glitches through the wall depending on the attack. I mean, not the attack, the spell. Like, I know the slowness, the quickness, not the Nova Bomb, one of the Nova Bombs, 2 of the Nova Bombs, and the Wind spell, along with the Binding and stuff like that. Well, anything that you can clearly aim at them, and it doesn't hit the wall. Or it like rains from above. You can do anything that rains from above, or you would like use like I'll show you in a second. Hang on a second. I'm gonna just do this to show you. Okay, now that I've cleared this out, spells like I'll go to 2 different characters. So spells like refresh, bind, or the enhance and resist, the third one is the earth, wind, holy, and dark, and the second one is dark, I believe, will also do it. The song ones will work depending on your range. Your familiars will work on you, but they won't work on anything else. And you can do them on the outside of and anywhere like normal. You could also do the revive, resurrect, and stuff like that. Any of the healing spells you can do, except first aid. Those won't heal people inside the room. The first aid one won't heal people inside the room. Heal and refresh will. Resurrect, you could just spam on the outside, and same thing with the revive. Cure, stamina boost, regenerate, and regenerate mana. Those you'd also use on the outside. Yes?
You need to go to sleep. It's midnight.
I'm not tired.
Fine. You have to be up in 6.5 hours.
I'll be fine. And then I believe the third fire. I don't know if there is a third fire, but I believe the third fire one should work too. The water one won't, cause that was what was on that's what's on Asuna that you saw in the very beginning. It just shoots a laser type move, and that's mostly what you can use there. So like I'll show you from these 2. So skills like quick will work, yeah. This, and this will all work on the outside of rooms. If you want to level them up and fight through the outside. So will quick. So this one, and this one. This one and this one, you just sit there when you had little mana, or you want to just start things off with a little bit of it and give it a little bit of a boost, you'd use those too. This one I haven't leveled up on her, but it's really easy. All you do is you have one person give mana, and you just, or you, depending on the character, you can have your mana booster and stuff like that, and you just spam that. That can be done overnight also if you just spam the button and while you're asleep, if you're able to do that. This and stuff, those would work. I'm gonna have to cut my thing off in a second. Sorry guys. Yeah, if it cuts out. Oh, there we go. It finally let me in. Yeah, stuff like that'll work. So what you do is you stand right next to these doors right here on the outside, and you just use your target system, which is L1 I believe on most controllers, and control sets up unless you've figured a way to change them. If you have, let me know, because this drives me crazy sometimes. And then you would just use, so you'd use a spell like this, and you just bind, or whatever you've done. And it also helps the people on the inside, because if you have, yeah, like now I'm not gonna beat it, I'm gonna exit out, but yeah, if you had like that, you could sit on the outside and make it so it was harder for the enemy to attack. And especially if you had one like Tazi, he likes to just bind the crap out of you, and it's annoying. I'm gonna get to over here before this cuts out. Okay, so like, see, this is what I have in my warehouse. Which one did I see? I have, oh, hang on, I've gotta store some stuff in the warehouse. See, like, I can't store anything that any of these two, because these are from the two places I have unlocked right now, and that's why Well, after I've beaten the game a couple times, of course, but because I was in the midst of helping somebody through it, and then we've been doing a lot of multiplayer instead of finishing. Because we've been game sharing. Well, not technically game sharing, but like share playing. My internet's crap at sharing playing, so I can't do it. But I could always help other people. It's never been a problem that way unless it was like a game that you couldn't, like, say it said it was all cut screens. Not cut screens, cutscenes. I've had a couple games do that, and I've had one game that this game is not able to be played in your country. That one was a crew, and I'm like, first, okay, yeah, okay, that's funny. I've been seeing that game all over the place, and it's actually in my country. I know like over 30, 40 people who have that game. Okay, so now I can show you the stuff I have in here. Excuse me. Like I have 158, and then I have this one's full, and then I have I want to go to consumables. I have all these full, except for like if I have there's some of them that you have to get from quest and stuff. So like this one's not full, but all the ones you could buy are full. I'm working on getting the ones you can get from quests and from the quest thing after you turn in certain items to be full. But as you can see, it takes a long time. Some of them you can only get 5, and some of them you can only get 1 at a time. And so some of them you have to get like the materials. And some of these materials I've got really low on because I can't get to those areas right this second. But others like these two are in the first area, and you can get them just by going to one area and sitting there and just falling asleep, and then your teammates collect the things, and you can get up to 255 at a time. And then if you notice, I have full arrows. I always keep full arrows because I use Xenon a lot, and when I'm using her, I know exactly which weaknesses are to most enemies. Like some of them they can have a double weakness. The first one's more prominent. So like you know how there's the ice golem guy. Well, there's an ice dark version of him, and you can use that. You can use either a fire or a holy arrow. The holy arrow would be the best because that one normally would spawn in like the last stage of the area. And then there's some dragons that are like earth and wind and stuff, because most of the dragons are wind. But there's some of them that are earth and wind. Not earth and wind, earth and like fire or wind and water, stuff like that. So you just use the opposite of what they are. So like earth would go, the opposite of earth one would be the water one, or not the water one, the wind one. The second one you could use for instead of wind if you don't have them is water, because it does a little less damage, but it also, if you studied like any type of geology or stuff, you'd know that water would take down the dirt, and the not the dirt, but more like the the earth, the like rock and stuff, so it deforms it and stuff. So that's the way I think of it. And then stuff like the poison arrow and then the sleep arrow, which I don't think I have a sleep. Oh yeah, I have the sleep arrows too. I forgot I just bought them all. But those ones, the poison, sleep, and paralyze, those are mostly used for if you're doing a boss at a lower level, or you're doing a PvP match. What you can also do PvP practice for PvP matches if you've beat the game, and I believe you have to restart it. Not like completely restart it, but because you'll have your characters. But you'll go to, I think it's one of these two gates. Not that gate. I guess one of these three gates. What is it? Never mind. It's one of these three gates, I thought, but it's more of the door gate. You'd go here, all the way towards the end, and then you can go to like one of the three characters they place here, and then you could fight them. And this will also give you XP this way, but you can't do it in like online PvP matches. Hang on a second, I'm gonna see if I have some water over here. Can I get out, please? Yeah, I do. Excuse me. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, and then like during certain parts of the story, you've probably noticed from the PlayStation things and stuff like that, you've probably seen some of these if you haven't got them already. But I've gotten all of them. Like this one. This one you get after you beat the game and I believe finish all the side quests. This one you get after you've either beaten or not beaten Black Lotus, either way. But you'll want to not beat her to get a character. Her character, I should say. Because that's Black Lotus. This one you'll get after you've done the quest for the apple, the golden apple for Pina, I believe. This is when you've beat the game, you go back and talk to Yuki. This one right here, this 3-part scene. This is when you started to progress through the area, I believe, when you've talked to Rain. This one is another quest for Rain. This one's the quest for when the side quest for when it's more of like a side quest storyline, but it's when you talk to Silica and Yui and they want to play hide and seek. This one's one from, I believe, towards the beginning of the game. I don't remember exactly what happened because it was so long ago that I did it. This one was funny. I like this one. I will let you enjoy that one first. This one was interesting. I can't remember the storyline behind it. I normally go through it once and listen to the storyline and stuff, but some of them are just okay, and some of them are, well, I should probably watch that again, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Hello. Yeah, I'm not doing much grinding, I know. I got sidetracked, and I started showing off stuff. I was just saying that, like, on some of the stuff that I had and stuff like that, and like how to get certain things and where to get certain things from what I've known and found out. Be mindful that I haven't been playing very well because I started playing again after like a month or two as of yesterday. And I'm still getting used to the controls again because I've been playing a lot of Destiny too. Great, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I knew it. Oh, that was crazy. I've never had that happen. Austin never takes the shot for me. Neither does Samaragi. Either way, that was awesome.
切れだと。
My bad, guys. Had to check on something.
これで決めてやる。力が戻ったようだ。
このくらい問題ないよ。
かすり傷程度だな。
頑張って。なかなかやるな。
Great. I got knocked down.
力が戻ってきたよ。ここからだ。リーダちゃん。
気をつけろ。
ごめん。負けちゃった。
感謝するぞ。
強力な
Where are you, Lisa?
せい。もうあまり油断をするなよ。しまった。
Thank you.
聞いてないぞ。なかなか楽しい戦い。
Okay, not thank you. Can you let me out of the corner now?
無理しちゃダメだよ。負けちゃった。
やられただ
Oh
と。
my god. I'm gonna die.
なんてこと。いい気です。早く助けてあげてください。なところで負けには。
あまり油断をするなよ。もう
ありがとう。今度は負けないわ。
あまり油断をするなよ。感謝するぞ。
このぐらいなら大丈
Ow.
夫だよ。
これで決めてやるぞ。
このくらい問題ないよ。もう大丈夫だよ。敵の攻撃に注意してください。
まな切れだと。なんともない。
頑張って。
まな。
強力な一撃が来ます。このぐらいなら大丈夫だよ。
せい。せい。
ちょっと厳しいかな。
リーファー。
大丈夫？負けちゃったよ。
やられただと。
しまった。なんてこと。
Oh, good job, Lisa.
礼を譲る。
慎重に行くわよ。
Asuna, why the hell did you do that to me?
油断をするな。もうあまり油断をするなよ。
もう大丈夫だよ。
感謝するぞ。力が戻ったよ。
まだまだいけるよ。
Another tough stuff from that. Sorry.
かすり傷程
頑張って。
度。まな切れだと。
ここからが勝負。悔しいな。あと
やられただと。
Great, I hit the button and it's not allowed to keep it either. Dang it, sucks.
よかった。
これで決めてやるぞ。これで決めてやるぞ。感謝するぞ。それ。マナ切れだと。これで決めてやるぞ。大丈夫か。何。
もう大丈夫。
これで決めてやるぞ。これで決めてやるぞ。クエスト達成。次に進むか。
こんなの楽勝よ。クリア、やったね。やりましたね。お見事です。いい仕事がいっぱいですよ。
Okay guys, I'm gonna end the video. I stopped paying attention for a second. Too long. It's a little long and it's on the wrong area. My bad guys. Have a good night or morning wherever you are.